Feeding the throttle on, elevator up, pointing into the wind, and then increase the throttle. Keep it straight using the rudder alone, and then we should be up. Okay. Climbing into the wind is easier. You have to watch when you're turning downwind like this, so as I start to turn, the wind's going behind me, you can see the altitude drop. I'm going to keep climbing. First thing to do is make sure the plane flies straight. Diving. So I need to do just these adjustments here. Okay, let's see how it flies now. Hands off the stick. It's rolling to the right. This could be the wind. So giving a little left aileron adjustment. Now throttling back. We're going to practice a tailwind glide. The plane's going to fall out of the sky. Touching down, power back on. So when you're touching the ground, it's always good to put the power back on if you're not attempting to land. You can call this a go around, and this is what everyone else calls it. So I'm flying into the wind above the strip, which is not what I want. What I want to do is actually do a right hand turn, go down the leg, and once I'm on this downward leg, I go down and reduce the throttle and slow the airspeed down to get a control percent. Now I can turn on to final. I'm going to try and line up with the tarmac here. I'm fast, but I'm feeding the throttle back, but idle, and I'm steering it in just with the rudder. Holding it off the rudder, holding it off the ground, sorry, with the elevator. Let's do it again. So we're going to go slowly easing on that throttle, keeping it pointed into the wind as best as possible. We're going to climb it up. I'd say I need a little bit of up trim, a little bit of left rudder trim. So I should be over the lake now. This time I'm going to do a left-hand turn, keeping the nose low in the turn with the rudder and balancing the wings with the ailerons. As I buzz over the top here, I'm going to climb right up, and we're going to do a simulated emergency landing. In order to conserve power, I'll use the nose into the wind to climb. So we're climbing a lot higher now. The throttle. The thing about an engine off is you need to be able to predict how long you have in the sky before you need to come down. So let's have a look. Engine's off, so nose down. And before I spoke about with the wind behind us, we're going to lose altitude faster. We're going to have a faster ground speed. So I'm just trying to keep containing airspeed. Steer with the rudder mainly, trying to keep the wind level, but the back is not there as we can. And this is where you have to make the call when to turn. So you're going to lose a bit of speed in the corners. I'm going to keep that nose down. Again, turning onto final. I'm going to do a grass strip landing for this one. So I'm letting it settle. And I'm going to flare out. Came down very heavy then. But this is a trainer plane, and this is the point that you should be able to go through multiple different flight scenarios. Okay, so climbing back up. I'll do the equivalent of a high-speed pass in a trainer plane, which won't be very high speed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dive. Full throttle. Strip. The next thing to practice when you're flying a trainer is stalls. So I'm going to need height for this. So for a stall, we're holding the nose up, throttling back. There's the first stall. Here's going to be the second stall. Now I needed to ease off that stall because the nose was getting too low. Can't climb too high in this plane too fast with the GoPro. I'm only powered by 3S, so this time I'm going to do a slip landing, so need to give it opposite aileron and rudder. This could be it. Almost put it in there. Not very controlled that was. Okay, so the last thing I'll do then is join back onto the original circuit. I'll come in high deliberately so I can slip. Slipping is when you drop a wing and use the opposite rudder to lose altitude without gaining airspeed. So I'm slipping down now. Bring that throttle back on. And we can hear by the timer there we're in the final 7 seconds.